Utah Jazz playing the Memphis Grizzlies at home for the second time in 12 days. Could they figure out how to handle the grit and grind of the Grizzlies and get their first home win of the season? They'd have to do it without Donovan Mitchell, out with hamstring soreness. With Donovan out, Grayson Allen getting more minutes, 9 points in 27 minutes. Ricky Rubio was outstanding in the first half tonight. He finished the game with 22 points and 11 assists. One of those assists set up the play of the game. Royce O'Neal for the jam. Watch this one more time. Tricky Ricky. Jazz led 60-53 at the half, but the Jazz played poor defensively in the second half, and the Grizzlies take advantage. Former Jazz man Shelvin Mack had 19 points, 4 of 6 from 3. Marc Gasol, 17 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 steals. And the Jazz had no answer for Mike Conley. He did whatever he wanted, 28 points. The Jazz now 0-3 at home this season. They look very average right now. At Denver Saturday night, trying to fix this.
You know, we can talk about the offense. To me, our group, has to stake its claim on the defensive end. And no matter who's out there, that's something that we can control, at least to, control what we can control. There's certain things that you can't, but and that'll help us go in the other direction.
All right, now to high school football. A trip to Rice-Eccles Stadium awaits the winners of Friday's quarterfinals. Let's begin in 5A. Rod was on the call for Timpview versus Roy, our Game Night Live Game of the Week.
Well, Roy and Timpview is a rematch of the state title game from 4 years ago where Timpview beat Roy. But today on the Royals' home turf, they were trying to get back to Rice-Eccles for another shot. Roy would jump out early on the opening drive. Jackson Dart to Cade Harris, 4 yards, and the Royals have a 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, Jackson Dart hit hard on the Roy sideline, pushing and shoving, unsportsmanlike conduct on both teams, and a Roy coach was called for unsportsmanlike conduct for pushing Timpview players away. But calmer heads would prevail, and Roy goes into the half, 14-0 over Timpview. Third quarter, after recovering a Roy fumble, Sione Moa to Carson Ryan, 8 yards. That cuts the Roy lead to 14-7. Couple minutes later, Moa going to the end zone. Raider DeMooney is there, and he makes the grab for the 28-yard touchdown. We are tied at 14, heading to the fourth quarter. Early in the fourth, Jackson Dart going to Kyrese Rowan, makes the grab in for the touchdown, and the Roy Royals get the win in the quarterfinals, 20-14 over Timpview, to head on to the 5A semis. Where are you going next week? So Roy is off to Rice-Eccles Stadium for the semifinals next Friday morning, and the Royals will take on the winner of Jordan and Skyridge. At Roy, Rod Zundel, Sports Beat.
So let's find out who won that game. Skyridge and Jordan, second quarter. Jordan's Wyatt Jones. That's his second pick six of the game. Beat Diggers up 27-14. Could they upset? Well, that was the last really good thing that happened for the Beat Diggers. Jaden Clemens to Ma'an Natoa. Skyridge outscored Jordan 44-13 in the second and third quarters. They win 58-34. Viewmont and Corner Canyon. Corner Canyon took control of this game the first time they touched the ball. This is Caden Johnson taking the opening kickoff 95 yards for a touchdown. And the Chargers remain perfect at 10-0 with a 52-6 win. Corner Canyon gets Olympus in the 5A semifinals Friday at 2:30. Chase Benyon with a 32-yard touchdown run to give the Titans the lead. And they add a special team score in the second quarter on a blocked punt. The Titans stay perfect now, 12-0 as they head to Rice-Eccles. All right, Kearns won their first playoff game in 25 years in the first round. Their reward, a matchup with two-time defending champ Bingham in the 6A quarterfinals. Bingham get things started early. Peyton Jones at quarterback. He's going to go deep for Jake Cragen. 32 yards for the touchdown, 7-0 Miners. Then in the second quarter, Jones to Avi Parikh. 72 yards, and the Miners advance with a 46-0 win. Weber thinking upset over American Fork. This is the Warriors' Hudson Skank. He's got the edge, great block, and he's got a 45-yard punt return for a touchdown. Warriors led 24-17 at the half, but American Fork outscores Weber 28-7 in the second half. Boone Abbott to Devin Downing. The Cavemen move on to Rice-Eccles Stadium to face the Bingham Miners. The Darts travel to Alpine. Davis, Lone Peak. Lone Peak, the #1 seed out of Region 4, sorry. The Knights started off the right foot. Nate Ritchie. This is a 99-yard kickoff return, and he takes it to the house. The Darts had no answer. Ritchie scored 16 points in the day. He and the other Knights take on Pleasant Grove at Rice Eccles next Thursday. That's because Pleasant Grove took care of Fremont. First quarter, Pleasant Grove's Jake Jensen. It's Jackson Hill. Hill's going to stretch for the pylon, but he's short. Pleasant Grove scored on the next play. Third quarter, PG up 17. Jensen hits Dane Christiansen for the touchdown. 31-7 Vikings at that point. Chris Jansen with 4 touchdowns. Pleasant Grove heading to Rice Eccles for the first time since 2006, and all Region 4, Final Four. The upset of the day in high school football playoffs is next. An undefeated team goes down. All right, back to high school football. Skyview just completed back-to-back undefeated regular seasons. Park City, a big underdog tonight up in Cache Valley. Let's pick it up in the fourth quarter. Skyview up 14-7. Miners driving. Jack Skidmore at quarterback to Mark McCurdy. They could tie with an extra point. But no, they're going to go for 2 in the lead. And Skidmore to Evan Pointer. Miners have a 1-point lead. Skyview with a chance for the win on the field goal. Oh, it's wide left. Park City pulls off the upset of the state tournament. They take down undefeated Skyview and move on to Rice Eccles. They'll take on the winner of Spanish Fork and Dixie. First quarter, Don strike first. Parker Swenson. What a year these guys have had. Dallas Ayeri. Catch of the night nominee. Then Dixie quarterback Reggie Graff got hot. One of his 3 touchdown tosses. Another great catch. This one from Josh Kazir. Dixie wins this one 31-20. Mountain Crest at Orem. Defending champs Noah Sewell powers his way in for 6. And then Puka Nakua would find the end zone as he always seems to. He had 2 touchdowns on the day, and Orem rolls 58-28. Pineview making the long trip to Stansbury, but they came ready to play, especially Dallin Brown. The quarterback with the 40-yard keeper in the first to put the Panthers up 7-0. On their next possession, he's going to go even farther. This is going to be an 80-yard score. This was a high-scoring game. Stansbury could never catch up. Pineview moves on to the semifinals with a 65-41 win. Real Salt Lake versus Sporting KC, the MLS Cup playoffs, Sunday night at 8 p.m. We're giving away tickets next. Thanks for staying up with us. This night show is next.